Exclusive coverage. The Blue Eagle Massacre and the December Miracle. Inside Gilas Pilipinas sweep and the shocking return of the kaiju. Bye. Your channel name, Sports Desk Date, December 8th, 2025 location, Manila, Philippines. Manila. The dust has settled at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym, but the noise is only getting louder. On a night defined by dominance, national pride, and the relentless roar of the Filipino crowd, Gilas Pilipinas didn't just win. They sent a message to the rest of Asia. With a commanding 95-71 victory over Guam in Game 2 of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, the Philippines secured a pristine 2-0 sweep of the first window. But as the fans spilled out onto Katipunan Avenue, celebrating the all-force performance of the Nationals, a different story began to circulate, one that could change the trajectory of Philippine basketball for the next decade. The whispers regarding Kai Sotto, the 7 feet 3 inches centerpiece of the program, have turned into a roar. Is the East-West giant returning to the hardwood this December? In this special report, we break down every quarter, every play, and every rumor in the most detailed analysis ever published. Chapter 1. The BA defending the home court. The atmosphere inside the Blue Eagle Gym was nothing short of electric. While often smaller than the cavernous Mall of Asia arena, the intimacy of the collegiate gym provided a pressure cooker environment that Guam was simply not prepared for. Guam came into Game 2 with a chip on their shoulder. After being dismantled in Game 1, their coaching staff made a bold public declaration. We will strengthen our rebounding. They vowed to bully Gilas. They promised to crash the boards. They intended to turn the game into a physical brawl. For the first 5 minutes, it looked like their plan might work. Guam opened with a physical zone defense, using their heft to displace Gilas forwards. The score was tight, 12-10, midway through the first quarter. The tension was palpable. Then, the sixth man arrived. A dunk by Dwight Ramos ignited the crowd, and suddenly, the Blue Eagle Gym transformed into a fortress. The all-force mentality that Coach Tim Cone preached became visible. Gilas didn't back down from the physicality. They embraced it. Chapter 2. The all-force period how Gilas dismantled the strategy. The breakdown of the 95-71 victory reveals a masterclass in modern basketball. 1. The Brownlee effect. Justin Brownlee, the naturalized hero who seemed to age in reverse, was a stabilizer. Every time Guam threatened to make a run, Brownlee had an answer. A mid-range jumper here, a calm three-pointer there. He finished with 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, playing the role of the conductor. He did not force shots. He allowed the offense to breathe. 2. The aerial assault of Dwight Ramos. If Brownlee was a conductor, Dwight Ramos was a lightning bolt. Ramos attacked the rim with a ferocity that stunned the Guam defenders. His 19 points were highlighted by 2 thunderous dunks in transition that effectively broke Guam's spirit in the third quarter. 3. The rebounding response. Guam wanted to win the rebounding battle. Gilas took that personally. Led by Jumar Fajardo and A.J. Edu, Gilas actually out-rebounded Guam 48-35. The very area Guam tried to strengthen became their downfall. Fajardo's ability to seal off defenders allowed the guards to leak out for easy fast break points. Coach Tim Cone's post-game verdict. I told the boys, don't relax. Guam is a proud team. We didn't just play basketball. We protected our home. Chapter 3. The strategic is Tim Cone's no-mercy philosophy. Why was this game so important? It wasn't just about the win. It was about the FIBA World Ranking. In the complex mathematics of FIBA rankings, margin of victory matters. A close 5-point win over a lower-ranked team like Guam can actually hurt your ranking points coefficient. A 24-point blowout, however, boosts it. Tim Cone knew this. Late in the fourth quarter, with the lead comfortably at 20, he kept his rotation tight. He demanded execution until the final buzzer. This all-force mentality is what separates the new era of Gilas from the past. There is no garbage time when you are chasing Olympic dreams. With this win, Gilas sits atop Group A, tied with powerhouse Australia, setting up a clash of titans in the next windows. Chapter 4. The Kai Sotto is the story that is shocking the nation. While the scoreboard read 95-71, the real drama was unfolding on the sidelines and in the medical rooms of Japan. The context: Kai Sotto, the Philippines unicorn, suffered a devastating ACL injury earlier in the season while playing for the Koshigaya Alphas in the Japan B League. The standard recovery timeline for an ACL tear is 9 to 12 months. This timeline would have ruled him out until mid-2026. The shocking update: sources close to the Sotto camp and insiders within the B League have leaked information that defies medical expectations. Recovery speed: Kai Sotto is reportedly light years ahead of schedule. His youth, 23 years old in 2025, and genetics are playing a huge role. The December target: the whispers are no longer just whispers. There is a legitimate push for Kai to return to the court in the last week of December 2025. Why the rush? The Koshigaya dilemma: the Koshigaya Alphas are in a precarious position. They invested heavily in Sotto to be their franchise cornerstone. Currently, they are fighting for a playoff spot, but getting hammered in the paint. They are desperate. The pressure: the club management knows that a healthy Kai Sotto guarantees wins. They are allegedly pressuring the medical staff to clear him if he passes stability tests. The financials: Kai is on a massive contract. Sitting him out when he feels ready is a tough business decision for the club. The sideline evidence: during the Gilas versus Guam game, keen-eyed fans noticed Kai Sotto on the bench. He wasn't limping. He was jumping up to celebrate dunks. He was moving laterally during timeouts to high-five teammates. These are not the movements of a man who is months away from recovery. These are the movements of a player who is ready to go. Chapter 5: the ultimate dilemma, heart versus science. This potential December return presents the most dangerous gamble in Philippine basketball history. The case for play now, December return. Game shape: if Kai plays in December and January for Koshigaya, he will be in peak game shape by the time Gilas faces New Zealand and Australia in February 2026. Practice cannot replicate game speed. Confidence: returning early and dominating would do wonders for his mental state, proving he is still the Asian giant. The playoff push: leading his Japanese team to playoffs would solidify his legacy as a winner, not just a prospect. The case for rest: wait for 2026. The Rose risk: we have seen it happen to Derrick Rose and other greats. Rushing back from an ACL injury significantly increases the risk of a tear in the other knee due to overcompensation. Long-term goal: the ultimate goal is the World Cup and the Olympics. Risking his 15-year career for a few club games in December seems short-sighted to medical experts. The Gilas asset: Gilas needs Kai for the next 10 years, not just the next 10 weeks. What the doctors say: we spoke to orthopedic sports specialists anonymously regarding this timeline. Returning in December from an injury sustained earlier this year is aggressive. It is possible, yes, athletes like Adrian Peterson have done it. But for a 7 feet 3 inches player, the torque on the knees is different. It is a high-risk, high-reward scenario. Chapter 6: the fan verdict and nation divided. Social media has exploded since the news broke. We analyzed thousands of comments from the Gilas army. Camp let him cook. If he is ready, let him play. Kai knows his body. We need him for the February window against Australia. Camp protect the Kaiju. And oh, do not risk it. Koshigaya just wants to use him. Think of the long term. We can beat Asian teams without him, but we need him for the World Cup. The hashtag #KaiDecember is currently trending at #1 in the Philippines, overshadowing even the Gilas game results. Chapter 7: looking at the road to February 2026. With window 1 in the books, the calendar turns to 2026. Next opponent, New Zealand, the Tall Blacks. This will be the first true test of the Tim Cone era. The venue, likely the Mall of Asia Arena or the Philippine Arena to accommodate the massive crowd. The roster, will we see the full force? Confirmed: Brownlee, Fajardo, Ramos, Edu. The wild card, Kai Sotto. If Kai returns in December and stays healthy, Gilas will field perhaps its tallest and most skilled lineup in history. PG, Scotty Thompson / Dwight Ramos. SG, CJ Perez/Chris Newsom. SF, Justin Brownlee /Jamie Malonzo. PF, AJ Edu/Carl Tamayo. C, Kai Sotto /June Mar Fajardo. That is a lineup that doesn't just compete in Asia. It dominates it. Conclusion, a golden era? The 95-71 win over Guam was expected, but the fashion in which it was achieved was inspiring. Gilas Pilipinas is no longer a team of individuals playing hero ball. They are a system. They are a machine. And if that machine adds a fully recovered 7-foot 3-engine this December, the rest of the world better watch out. Final score, Gilas Pilipinas, 95 Guam, 71. Player of the game, Justin Brownlee, 20 points, 8 rebs, 5 assists. Breaking status, Kai Sotto recovery, 90% status, pending December return. End of special report. For the YouTubers and creators, this news is designed to be read or adapted for your video content. It covers a factual game result based on your scenario and hypes up the Kai Sotto rumor to maximize viewer attention. Don't forget to tell your viewers. If you want to see Kai Sotto back on the court this December, hit that like button. And if you think he should rest, comment, rest down below. I read every single comment. This is your boy, your name, signing off for now, Laban Pilipinas.